What's up, culture makers? My name is Kaitlyn.
My name is Bryce, and today we're going to be talking about the 4th of July.
What to do when we have creative differences.
And dealing with addictions.
So, welcome to this episode. Let's jump in.
Let's get it!
Happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday, America.
Dude, it's the 4th of July. Well, it was yesterday.
It was the 4th of July.
And 4th of July is my absolute favorite holiday. Does that make me sacrilegious in some way? People have debated this question. I just think I just like being outside and it's fun and there's fireworks and I have good memories.
Honestly, I just like the environment, just being around friends, family, got the fireworks going off and everything. You got some hot dogs on the grill, you know, you're just chilling, have a good time, maybe get in the pool, but
yeah.
I love the 4th of July.
Me too, dude. My favorite memory growing up was we would celebrate 4th of July at the beach every year. We'd just play outside all day, have a picnic, do all that fun stuff, and then when it was time for the fireworks show, a whole orchestra would come out and they would play in sync with the fireworks show. It was literally epic. People wonder, why is 4th of July a favorite holiday? That's why. It was dope. All right, next up, the NBA draft just happened.
Let's go.
I don't know anything about this, so please talk.
I would love to talk about this.
Awesome.
I really would. So the NBA draft just happened, and it's just so good to see, like, all their hard work just paying off, you know, from college or G League, wherever they're coming from, and just like that moment when they have their family sitting at the table and they hear their names getting called, like it's just so amazing to see their emotions, like, and just getting to that next level. I couldn't even imagine what that would feel like, just getting there and finally just having all that hard work pay off. So I'm excited to see these young guys come in the league and make an impact.
I do enjoy watching like the NFL draft or something like that, and we're talking about with like the emotion and the moment that they share with their family. It's super cool to see hard work pay off. I remember when my brother did his signing day for whenever he was going to play football in college, and like a little different scenario, but it was still like a really special moment. We brought signs with like his baby pictures on it, tried to humiliate him. So sorry, Brandon. Love you so much. Lightyear, the movie, came out. And some people are a little upset about the creative interpretation / angle that was taken on this movie because it was about the guy who the toy is based on, not actually about like Buzz Lightyear himself. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't really know what all the confusion is about.
I haven't seen it either, but honestly, we had Toy Story 1 through 4. I enjoyed Toy Story. I didn't think there was any beef towards my boy Buzz, but I guess we got some now.
Yeah, I don't know. So out of the 4 movies, Toy Story 2, by far my favorite. Like the best of the best.
I would say my favorite one was the one with the, which one was it? The one with the bear? Like his name was Strawberry. So was that 3, 4?
Oh gosh, I
don't
think
even remember.
3.
I loved that one. Like that was my favorite one by far.
Whichever one where they're like holding hands and going into the fire.
3.
That's 3.
That's 3.
I literally cried. And I was just like, my childhood's going up in flames right now. Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker broke up.
Yeah. So
Why?
I was reading on E! News, and apparently they have been in touch, and they do care about one another, but they did break up. And they are hoping to make it work.
Okay.
But they're split right now. He is in the NBA. He lost in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. And honestly, I think he just needs to focus.
Yeah.
He needs to focus. He wasn't playing all that well.
So potentially felt like the relationship was distracting him.
Yeah, maybe.
From what he's supposed to do. If you're navigating a breakup right now, very sorry. Do you have any advice for people navigating breakup, discerning like, is this a distraction or is this something that should be in my life right now?
I would say that's something that could definitely be prayed about. If that person's supposed to be in your life, then God will reveal that to you. And if there's red flags or anything that's going on that's distracting you from what you need to do, maybe it's not the right timing or something of that nature, but that would be my advice.
I think that's really good. Next thing, banning jewels. So what I heard about this is that the jewel company did not accurately report the like addictive properties of their product to the FDA. And now the FDA is like, that doesn't fly, homies. So any thoughts on that? Like, this is a big thing in our generation.
Yeah, it's pretty big, and I feel like it's grown over the past, decade or so,
Sure.
maybe not even there, but just like seeing teenagers in general, just like harming their bodies in that way. It's so like sad to see, and it's something that you get addicted to. It's really unhealthy for your body, but for them not to like advertise, the bad chemicals or whatever that's going into it, like, that sucks. And so these kids don't even know what they're doing and the impact long term that it has on their bodies moving forward. So
we went through this same thing with just normal cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
When they were first advertised, they were actually advertised as being healthy because athletes like Babe Ruth, for example, would smoke and then they would just like go crush home run after home run after home run. So like, there must be a correlation here. Yeah. So I started getting athletes to actually advertise the thing that was hurting them.
Wow.
And I think what is interesting is like we're kind of watching history repeat itself a little bit here. Yeah. So we just want to say to you guys, if you are struggling with any kind of addiction, maybe it's a substance addiction, maybe it's a pornography addiction, there is help for you, and you don't have to go through this alone. So reach out. We would massively encourage you to reach out and talk to someone. 100%. If you find yourself in a spot where you don't really know how you got there, but you don't want to be there anymore, we don't want you to be there anymore either. So reach out, even comment below, and we can get you connected to somebody who would love to pray with you, talk with you, and just help you work through what you're going through.
100%.
Last topic is there is a Texas school district that banned hoodies, dresses, and skirts at their schools in order to promote professionalism.
Right.
Any thoughts on that?
I'm so glad that I'm out of school now, because
look at this.
I like showing up with the hoodie, the shorts, hat, all the things. Professionalism. I mean, so I went to private school, so I understand that, but from my understanding, this is like a public school type of situation as well.
One particular school district is like giving this a shot.
I don't see how that's gonna work. There's a lot of kids that might not have professional clothes, maybe all they have is a hoodie and sweats or something like that. So I'm just curious to see how that's gonna work out.
There are some strong feelings on both sides, as there tends to be with just about everything. One kid on one side was like, I'm really a fan of this because I feel like it will teach me how I need to like dress when I'm a grown up and when I have a job. I get that because I had no clue how that was supposed to work. But then on the other side, you're showing up at school, you got to be there for 8 hours. You just want to be comfortable. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll see how that plays out. And maybe, I don't know if it's just going to be that district or if it's going to be like contagious to other school districts and it just spreads out.
All
hopefully
throughout
not.
Texas.
Yeah, I know, right?
Our question today.
Let's do it.
How do you take control of your thoughts when they are the wrong thoughts and they're just constantly replaying in your mind?
Well, when I think about this question, and I think about wrong thoughts, and I think about doubts, and all the bad things, I have to remind myself that that's not God. Like, that's the enemy trying to creep into my mind. Like, God doesn't give me those thoughts. So the negativity isn't coming from God; it's coming from the enemy. And also, in James 4:7, it says, "So humble yourselves before God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you."
That's good.
Meaning that the devil is in your mind, but you have to remind yourself that God is with you, and that God will encourage you through your doubts and through all those strongholds that are on your life.
Yeah, something that I like to think about is there's a verse that says we are to take every thought captive and make it obedient to Jesus. Right. And when you like read that word, like take it captive, what it's actually meaning when you like translate that word is like sit it down and interrogate it. It's like we're in a conversation in a dark room, just me and that thought, and I'm interrogating that thought.
Right.
Basically what Jesus is inviting us to is to be curious about what we think about. And I think that is a huge step that has been massively helpful for me when it comes to training my mind and to think about good things. Is like, well, what am I actually thinking about?
Right.
And when you start to get curious about your thoughts, then you can grab hold of them and make them obedient to Jesus.
Sure.
And so if you're struggling with maybe some negative thought patterns that have just been allowed to go unchecked in your mind for a long time, what I would invite you to do is just get curious about your thoughts. Think about what you're thinking about. And something that's helpful to me is to journal. And so I literally go, what am I thinking about? And I write down all the thoughts that come into my mind. And then the ones that are good and true, I grab hold of those. And the ones that are not so good and not so true, cross them off.
Cross them right off the list.
Yep.
Nice. Come on, Kaitlyn. That's what I like to hear right there.
Come on, somebody.
Hey, thanks for watching this week's episode of Culture Makers. If you have any questions or thoughts that you want to share with us, go ahead and comment them down below, and we will address them in next week's episode. We can't wait to see you then.
See y'all.